Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this Monday morning. Getting ready to start a big week, doing all kind of things. But first, here on the show, let's take a look at our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and hard-working crew. Looking at a high today of 67, low of 48. That's good January temperature weather. Looks like a pretty good day. A little bit of rain coming later on, but the water temperature is still at 61.8, so hasn't changed much in about 2 weeks. Take a look at our Monday moon phase. Looking at our moon, we had a big full moon Friday night. That was called a wolf moon. The January full moon is called the wolf moon, and that's another story, but it was beautiful. So now it's waning. It's going to sort of wane on out until we get to January 21st will be the new moon, okay? So keep that in mind in your fishing game activities. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good strong tide today. We're looking at a low of 6:53 this morning and coming in till about 10:40 tonight. Good strong tide for the next couple of days. The weekend tides, if you're planning ahead now, they just don't look big. And they're going to be flat out deep tides Friday and Saturday. So if you're doing a kind of tidal fishing today and tomorrow is the day to do it. Okay, we're looking at a wind. It's coming out about a northwest around 7 to 8. Okay, be a pretty day. Let's take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. That's a little short video. Oftentimes the old timers, when they take out a rattlesnake or something, they'd always cut the head off. But they always tell us as kids, now you be careful, that snake head will still bite you. Of course, we didn't believe them because, you know, the head taken completely off the snake, but we still trusted what they were saying, but we were not sure about how that snake head could still bite you. I got this little short video, like 12 seconds or something, someone had, and I picked it up, and several people shared it with me. Okay, well, I'm going to show it 2 times, but check this out, okay? All right, that's a rattlesnake head in the center. It's been cut off, okay? And all of a sudden, now watch the head. Open his mouth, and boom, it bit. So the actual body just starts going crazy. Now, isn't that amazing? Okay, we're going to play it again. All right, play that again. All right, there. All right, there's the head been cut off. It hits it, just a reaction, boom. And then it clamps down, and look what happens. Okay? Y'all want to see that again? I'm gonna be found. Let's watch that again, Jeff. That's crazy. I've never showed it more than 3 times, but we did it this time. Boom. Okay, okay. So, you know, I wish some of them were around, we could still tell them, you know, you were right when you told us about a snakehead still biting. So just the way I am, when I see something like that, I want to start looking at, you know, is that just an isolated incident? So I looked online and found several, you know, articles and pictures of this really happening, and I wish I could share some, like I say, some of the old times. But here's a couple things right here. This is over here. A man was nearly killed by a rattlesnake after he cut his head off. Okay, so that happened, that was over up in Texas, I believe. And then this one, a severed snake heads can still bite. This is actually in China, okay, and it was a cobra. And I don't want to cut the head off of a cobra, but it was decapitated, and actually, it actually had taken an active bit. But anyway, so keep that in mind. If you do cut a snake head off, stay away from it because it can bite. And that venom, you know, is still in those fangs. So just, you know, it's amazing the things you learn watching Panhandle Outdoors. I wish I was in class today to show the kids that because they would just be shaking heads. They still wouldn't believe it, I don't think. But anyway, they will bite. Okay, let's move on. We've got some pictures here. Let me see. Here we go. Take a couple of pictures here. Jenna Pollard, that's Drew's better half. I was talking about their son. They live up on Deer Point Lake. His first big bass off the dock. And what she said, and what moms are proud of, what I love the most about this picture is, although you can't see them, but his best buddies on each side of the dock fishing together. That's a great way, as a kid during some of this Christmas break they've had, to do some fun things with your buddies. Make good memories. This is not here locally, but this is interesting. It took place up there in North Carolina. This creek obviously is a feeder creek into the bays and estuaries. But this lady here caught an 11-pound sea trout, 11 pounds, and she caught a live bait. And that's going to set a record. That's going to set a record as far as a what they call a line class world record. It's a 20-pound line class, and it's under review. They have to review and everything, but that is 11-pound speckled trout, folks. That's huge, and I just want to share with you again. That's up in North Carolina. It's not down here in West Bay. All right, a couple more pictures. Terry DeFee sent this me and my pup out for an afternoon walk in the woods when I found this trophy. Glad I decided to go in a different direction today. What a find. We're always talking about, I'm telling you all the time, just take a walk in the woods and look what he found. Obviously he found some bones and all. That's probably a good 2 years old. You can see even on the points there where the rats have been chewing on it some, but what's that, 1, 2, 8 point? That's fun. That's just fun to find stuff like that. Okay, Bill Roxby again. Hello, Winston. The bears are definitely back in Santa Rosa Beach. This one ate my garbage and the neighbor's garbage. After he finished eating, he decided to take a long nap in my backyard. This is definitely the biggest bear I've ever seen in this area. Folks, that is a big bear. Okay, now he's had a good meal, not 1 garbage can, but 2 garbage cans. I got a kick, here he's walking by the camera, okay? And look at the Christmas tree. Bill still has that Christmas tree up, so he went over there and took a nap by the Christmas tree. So you know he was happy. There he is, he fell asleep. That is a big bear, and this time of year, they're really hibernating, okay? So let's go ahead and we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and add some of our names, okay? Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Glad you're with us this morning. Even though if you're watching it live here on the show, if you just on YouTube or whatever, glad to have you as part of the Panhandle Outdoors family. And I really get that feeling when I hear from some of y'all so much and so many good things y'all share. It just feels like a family. We need to have like a family reunion one year. All right, here we go. Jan Vest Parker. All right. Here we go. David Vest Parker. Allison Martin. Oh, well, good morning, Allison. Gilmore, David Gilmore, and Margie Gilmore. All these local folks here. Up there in the Funex Springs, Corey Godwin. All right. Port St. Joe, Rob Haney. Lynn Haven, Andy Goodman. Southport, Patricia Bean. Paul Bean from Southport. Andy Manuel, Panama City. Ethan Walding, Panama City. Chris Walding. I got them all. There's Chris right here. And Martha Bostick, Lynn Haven. And Kenny Bostick, Lynn Haven. A couple more, Port St. Joe. Richard Scoop Jackson, you know, he's been sending a lot of pictures over winter catching all those redfish. Good job, Scoop. Sandy Schuler. Mike Pleasure, Lynn Haven. Good morning, Mike. Katya Pleasure, Mike's better half. All right, good morning. Good morning, all of y'all. Some of these people I've known so long, and Dave Borges up in Santa Rosa Beach. Marie Borges, we got a good group in Santa Rosa Beach. And Donna Borges, Santa Rosa, and Dennis, big family up there. Oh, over there, is better. And Teresa Brown, Santa Rosa Beach. All right, and let's see. Vicki Barfield, Bayou George. Bob Bigger, Southport. Gene Bigger, Southport. Frank Borges, Santa Rosa Beach. Tom Baum, Santa Rosa Beach. Bill Barfield, Bayou George. Okay. All right, it's filling up and all. So we'll draw some more. I'm gonna really try to get some giveaways. I'll be honest with you, I sort of slacked off this past year as far as getting our spring fling stuff and our summer sweepstakes and all fall sweepstakes. It just didn't come together. I was extremely busy this past year, but I promise this year I'm going to do a lot better job in getting some giveaways. So, and if you have a business, something, want to give something away, we'll be glad to do it on your behalf and share it with the viewers. Okay. Now, speaking of businesses, we're very proud to announce we have a new advertiser coming on Panhandle Outdoors, and it's one right up our alley. The Weewall Wiggler Bait and Tackle Store in down there, and just you're going into Weewall on Highway 71. I'm sorry, on the Weewall Highway, not the Port St. Joe Highway. It's right there on the right. It's been in business off and on for years, but they got new owners. Richard Lawrence, his parents and all, they're running it, and Richard very sincere, and I've been there, and he's very sincere in putting together the best bait and tackle store that you want to imagine. I've been there a couple of times, and I've talked to him. I've known him a long time. He went to Mosul way back in the 90s, a good outdoorsman. Knows a lot about the outdoors, and he's going to make a career out of this bait and tackle store. So, in fact, I went down there yesterday and shot, I'm sorry, not yesterday, I went down there Friday and shot some video of just the store and all. We've got a commercial coming on later, but I just want to welcome them to the show, and I just want to do a walkthrough. And the reason I love all of our advertisers, but I've always, as a little kid, the bait and tackle store has been very, very important to me, because mainly I just have such fond memories of my dad and granddad going, but always going by the tackle store. And there was a period of time when I was little, we lived close to a bait and tackle store, and my mom would let me walk to it, and it wasn't that far. And this is, folks, this is before I started school, because I remember when we started school, we moved to the house I grew up in. And I'd walk down the aisle, and I'd see these fishing lures, the heading, all those, the river runt, things like that. As a kid, I saw the colors and all. And then I'd go back there, all those live bait, the minnows, and then see them dumping out those wigglers and redworms. And you know, as a kid, some things just make a mental impression on you, and that's what it is. So anyway, without further ado, let's run to a little 5-minute video. I just did a walkthrough. I think you're going to enjoy this. So Jeff, let's run this. All right, folks, I just want to do a walkthrough with our new sponsors here on Panhandle Outdoors, and Weewall Wiggler Bait and Tackle. You're not going to believe all the stuff. I know we've got a commercial, but they have so much stuff we can't put it in 30 seconds. So we're going to walk through. We got this is old school bait and tackle. Okay, we got all kinds of stuff on the wall. One of the first things I've noticed when you go any fishing trip, you got to have your beanie weenies, your baianos, your spam, your sardines. I mean, this is what fishing in the Florida Panhandle is about. Okay, I got some good landing nets. Now, some of y'all don't catch fish this big, but somebody like me, I can get a big net like this one. Okay? Now, all your hooks, all kind of hooks. I mean, mustang. I mean, this is eagle claw. This is a prime, first-class example of quality tackle. And look down here, folks. Look at all this lead. Quarter ounce, all this lead here. Okay? They're down on the bottom. Look at all the lead down here. All new lead. Have been used. You have got to get these. We bought these for Christmas for everybody in our family. We have a Christmas picture of everybody in our family with a Weewall Wiggler Bait and Tackle shirt. Right here on the rack. They're seriously, Richard told me they sell like hotcakes, and you better hurry down here and get one, okay? All right, here we go. Zoom bait and tackle. You know how strong they are. Zoom, fast, love them. Come on in here, all the way down this aisle. I just get tickled at these tackle stores because when I was a little kid, I walked up and down these aisles like this when I was a little kid. Okay, on this aisle here, all these racks. This is buy one, get one free. I mean, look here, $1.95, then you get another one free. I mean, you can't get that anywhere. All right, look at this wall here. Customized. You got to get you the frog gig now. Down here we walk. All right, Voodoo, the Voodoo brand. DOA. Z-Man. Folks, we fish with all of these. Look at those DOAs. Look at that shrimp right there. Looks just like it. I'm going to show you right now. Skittle walk. In fact, I may buy this one. Seriously. Skittle walk. I'm gonna buy this. All kinds. Yozuri. And coming down here, all these. The mirror lures. All your gulps, all the colors. Jam Fab. Saltwater Assassin. Again, all these customized packages is buy one, get one free. Look at all this stuff. Folks, this is a tackle store. You can't go fishing in Weewall unless you have RC Cola, okay? Or if you don't like them, they're all kind of, gotta get your drinks. All right. Okay, all your corks, all different colors, all different sizes, all different shapes, everything you need. Big Bite Bait Company up there around Eufaula. We've been to their place before. Put out good ones, Moglo, old Bobby Garland. Now come on back here. Let's look at the crickets. And here they are. Every tackle store got your crickets. Look at them eating on those potatoes. That's when you tell you got a good cricket handler. When you got those potatoes down there, they get that moisture and protein out of. One of the hottest selling things down here, folks, these crappie shiners. Folks, this, if you can't catch a crappie with this, you just can't catch one. I mean, all kind of, look at all this live bait in here. You got your minnows, you got your reds, you got your... Now, Richard Lawrence and his folks are putting this together, and one of the things that there's a whole shelf full of shotgun shells. Look what we just saw, 410s. They're hard to find 410s now, folks. So they got all kinds of shells down here and all kinds of reels. Cool. Folks, we always talk about, bait and tackle stores across America, especially in the South. And there's different qualities, but when you get this hometown touch, here at Weewall Wiggler, it's just something special. And we're so proud to have them come on to advertise with Panhandle Outdoors. And I promise you, we'll be coming by and getting some Viennas and some crickets and all kinds of RC colas and all this spring and this summer, and some wigglers. So y'all come down here and give them some business. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that, and welcome aboard, Richard. We'll be giving some things away, and we'll talk about more of that next couple of days. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Looking at our time, 12:42 to 2:42 this morning, and this evening after lunch, 1:05 to 3:05. Okay, let's change gears real quick, and let's jump from freshwater tackling all down there in that area to over here surf fishing and pier fishing. I want to talk about pier fishing because as you're planning, as the season's coming up, you think about, what I'm going to do for this. And we used to do some serious pier fishing, and before, we just used to do some, okay? And I want to just some basic fundamentals on pier fishing. I get so many new viewers, so bear with me. I decided to go back my little doodle bug and draw. I love doing this. It brings out the old teacher in me, so y'all pay attention when you sit back there, especially boys on the back row. Okay, here we go. I'm going to draw. Right here, this is a pier, and it could be any pier, okay? Has a T at the end, okay? So this is a pier. It looks like a Tennessee sign, don't it, Jeff? Well, I better erase that. All right, I'm gonna put a 1, 2, and 3. There are 3 places to fish off of a pier, okay? The one, just you're going out on it and start getting in about 2 to 3 feet of water to 4 or 5 feet of water, this area right in here. This is in the spring. This is when you really start looking for pompano. Pompano will be right in here. You're gonna have pompano there. In the wintertime, you're gonna have whiting, okay? And also an occasional red right there, okay? That's that first section if you fish there shallow. Walk about halfway down the pier, and really on the Spanish run, this is an ideal place to catch Spanish. You can catch blues right in here, okay? And then when you go to the end, this is where you really do a king mackerel run. You're gonna get king up in here. You're gonna catch cobia off the end, okay? And then on occasion, you'll even catch a tarpon. We've had tarpon caught off these piers, okay? So those are the 3 places you're gonna catch your fish. All right, so now let's go back. I'm gonna erase this. All right, clear drawing only. All right, now I'm gonna show you what bait to use real quick in all three of those places. Okay, same setup. And one right here, this is where, okay, here's a bait. You can never go wrong with shrimp, okay? So shrimp, okay, shrimp, that's shrimp. And then fish bites, you definitely want to have some fish bites there, and jigs. That's what you want to fish right in there for. Okay, up here, number 2, in the center of the pier, if you're fishing for those Spanish, we've talked about it so many times, I wouldn't use but one thing, a gotcha plug, I mean 2 things, and then of course the tree, the mackerel tree. Okay, and then on the end down here, really basically you want to go live bait. Take a sabiki rig out there and fish with some live bait. How's that? Oh, that's number 3. Okay, I'll give y'all a test on that one day this week. But that's basic pier fishing. There are all kind of finer points, but if you think about doing some pier fishing this year, really a good place to start off would be that section 1, and what I call section 1 or 2. I've never seen anybody call it those things, but I've always got to keep numbers. That is section 1, especially in March, you're going to start seeing some activity there. And really, you can do some sight fishing, and they're going to be coming now from our east going to our west as far as the migratory route. And then especially the bigger schools of Spanish, they'll be, you'll see them. There's a lot of activity. One of the first things to look for, of course, always be looking for the birds. When the birds start flying around and diving, you get your adrenaline starts going. And then if you get a chance to do that, just walk out on the pier and see what some of these other guys are doing. We've got to wrap it up today. Hope you enjoyed today's show. Got some good stuff coming up. Have some guests coming on this week. We'll have Travis and we'll get Arno Kane to come on with the FWC. So all kind of good stuff going on. Get some good information to make you a better outdoor person. All right? Y'all do something good for someone today. And every now and then let me know something good you do for someone. We'll share with others. You have a great day. Enjoy beautiful outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.